Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Than, aka The Blind Tank, and I would like to welcome you to episode 15. Going to be pretty quick. Blizzard came out with some really good stuff, so let's get that started. And at the end of this podcast, I've got a couple of things I want to talk about. But first and foremost, what I usually do is save my shout-outs for the week or for the podcast, for the end of the podcast. Everybody say hi to Emmy, my four-legged sidekicks here. I would like to give a shout out to Chicks That Click. Welcome back, ladies. We missed you. If you don't know about Chicks That Click, you can find them at Chicks That Click. That Click. You can find them on Twitter, and it'll take you right to the website where their podcast is. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to a new podcasting group called Ladies of Azeroth. They're really good listening. Listen, check them out. Again, it's Ladies of Az. Check them out. Hit the link to where their podcast is. Really good stuff. Also, I need to give another shout out to a few people that helped me out this week with the goals that I've been coming up with. I want to say thank you very much to Theo, Kell, Sin. Everybody knows Sin, my running buddy back in the Vote to Kick days, and also Lyra, my guild master. So now that I've got that out of the way, let's talk about Blizzard news. First and foremost, Blizzard hit everybody at Gamescom this weekend with a big thing. They're already talking about 7.1. 7.1, we are going to have that mega dungeon come out. That is going to be a 5-man mega dungeon, and it is dun 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 Kara. Some people are not happy about it, but you know what? Who gives a crap? It's going to be a 5-man mega dungeon with 9 people and 9 bosses, and during the podcast, I'm going to put that slide or that cinematic in there. It's really good. Blizzard has basically, from the start of the development of Legion to this point, they're like, we're going to be giving you guys as much as you can handle. We're going to be able to do whatever you want to do, and they are proving it. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are holding their breath going, okay, we've heard this before, but I'm going to be one of those people that trust Blizzard. I mean, everything that I heard from the interview, I'm hoping Blizzard, I don't have egg on my face, but I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to get behind you. They're going to be doing a lot of different stuff. And now, one of the things that they did say about this expansion, it is going on PTR the 30th. So Legion launches the 30th. PTR has 7.1 on it. So we're going to probably be looking at 7.1 patch hitting about 3-4 months after. So that's a little quicker, which is pretty cool. We're going to have not only the 5-man mega dungeon with Kara, we're going to have the more storyline in Soramar, the 110 level area. So that's going to be bringing some of that stuff in. Also, we're going to have a mini raid in 7.1. It's basically going to be closing off the story on High Mall. So, I mean, they're not only finishing up and, you know, continuing stories, but they're also adding different things. So Blizzard, hats off. You guys have been, I mean, you guys are surprising us. So keep up the good work. The next thing I want to talk about is Overwatch. Overwatch, they had done a little bit of a short story that they had released. It's on Bastion himself. He has, please excuse me, I may say this wrong, PSTD. Basically, to me, the cinematic that they had put out, it was this little robot, no voices whatsoever. It was basically this little bird, the whirling and chirping that comes from a robot, and that's it. And it was really, really cool. It almost, I watched this through Trade Chat, Panzer's review on it, and it dang near made her cry. I mean, so it got her a little bit emotional. And it is. I mean, this week and this last couple of weeks, Blizzard has been all about the feels. I mean, with Legion hitting, and spoiler alert, if you've not done the beginning of the invasion on Broken Isles, skip about a couple of seconds. With Varian dying, Vol'jin dying, all of that kind of stuff happening. And then we have this with Overwatch. They have some other things that are going on with Overwatch, like a new map that you're going to have to do different types of things. I mean, this again is another IP that Blizzard has come out with that they're doing really well with. And, you know, the dang thing is I really wish I could play it. With my eyes the way that they are, I cannot play it because of vertigo. It has to do with the visual impairment. The next thing I want to get into, also, ladies and gentlemen, is the next thing that they had coming out was Heroes of the Storm. There is going to be at least one, probably two maps come out for Heroes of the Storm, and what I've seen of them so far is really cool. For those of you who are that play StarCraft, you'll understand this. If you played StarCraft in the past, you'll kind of get it as well. Basically, what this map is you start out, you grab a base. You have to grab a base, get it all done up, and to get this base, you first have to go in and kick out the guys that are there, and then take over that base. And what you're doing is you're building stuff to have your these minions go after the opposing teams, you know, walls and stuff like that. It is pretty freaking cool. I mean, I'm really excited about it. I've been a little bit bored with Heroes of the Storm. It's basically the same thing over and over again. Seeing this come out, it's like, okay, Legion's coming out, and Heroes of the Storm new stuff is coming out. It's like, what am I? I'm pretty much like a kid at Christmas right now. Blizzard is coming out with a lot of cool stuff, and Gamescom isn't even done yet. I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff that's coming out from it. Check out Blizzard on their YouTube. Just type in Blizzard or go on the Blizzard app and wait till one of the things comes up and then hit it. Also, this week, in the last 2 weeks that they've been doing stuff up with, the Forging series, the Azeroth Armory has come out 2 weeks in a row. Last week they did Thrall's Hammer. This week they've done the Glaives of Azeroth. So it's like, Blizzard is picking up a lot of different stuff that's going on. And it's really, really cool. I mean, this week has been really popping for Blizzard. The short stories that we got from Warlords of Draenor, they did 3 of them for Legion, with Illidan, with Gul'dan, and then with Khadgar, and they were really good. You understand why, especially with Gul'dan, you understand why Gul'dan is like he is. The guy's I'll make it PG-13. I mean, he's an asshat, and there's a reason why he is an asshat. If you haven't seen it, again, go to the Blizzard YouTube channel and check that out, or just wait until you see it on the Blizzard app. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for listening to all this. That is all the Blizzard news that has come out so far. Friday afternoon, there'll probably be some more, so I may be putting out some more stuff. If I don't, I'm going to say this: check out BelluarGamming. He's been keeping big time up on it. Now, something you guys have probably realized, I have not talked about Star Wars at all, and I'm thinking about doing some different stuff with my YouTube channel, and I'm going to get into it right now about it. One of the things that I've been seeing in it, and Kid Lee, that does a lot of Star Wars, a little bit of other games like World of Warcraft and other Blizzard games and different types of games that he does. Has gone and taken, all the different games that he plays, and puts it on one channel, and then has Star Wars as a separate channel. Bless you. It's been working out real well for him. I'm thinking about doing the same thing. If it's Star Wars news, I may make a separate channel for it. I'm not really sure when I'm going to do it. I've made some different goals. That's one of the goals that I've made for this coming up expansion. Now, let me explain to you what the rest of them are. One of my biggest things that I'm going to be doing starting the 30th, I'm going to be streaming twice a day, as much as I can, 4 times a day. Now, that's going to be a lot of different content that's coming out. I'm going to be, streaming, me leveling, going through dungeons, and getting myself ready for the Legion raids, for my guild. I'm going to be going Fury. Last week I got told, we want you as a warrior. Not only as a warrior, we want you Fury DPS, and we want your off spec to be tank. So pretty much that's what I wanted to do in the first place. So that's really freaking awesome. So you guys will also not only be seeing me level through different stuff, also going through the 5-man dungeons in normal and in heroic, but you will also see me doing raiding. I've already talked to the guild master and the other raiders, if they mind it. When we raid, I'll be streaming. So if it's a night that I'm not streaming and we're raiding that night, you guys will be seeing me stream our raids. I'll also be having PvP. Once I hit 110, I'm going to be hitting that PvP stuff because I really like the PvP stuff. Now, I'm really excited about it. Now, last expansion, I was like, okay. Pandaria, I was like, okay, no problem. Cataclysm, I was excited because of the, the Worgens coming out, and I was going to be a tank for the first time, full time. I was going to be a tank. I haven't really been this excited since Wrath. And as you guys can probably tell, I'm really excited. I mean, I constantly tell them, are we there yet? Are we there yet? No, we're not there yet. Now, one of the things that I'm gonna say, and I'll leave it more for the end of the show, is there's going to be problems, ladies and gentlemen. Don't flip out. So, like I said, my major goals with this expansion is I'm going to be streaming more. I'm going to be doing more stuff on YouTube. So whatever I'm streaming on Twitch, I'm going to be going and also putting it on YouTube. So if you're not home to see it live, you'll be able to see it, whenever you want to see it. Please excuse me. Now, one of the things the reason why I'm telling you guys the different goals that I have is, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start taking this full time. There's different stuff that is going on. I mean, some of you have gone and said, hey, why haven't you streamed in almost a month? Why haven't you put out a podcast in almost a month? Well, let me explain something to you. First of all, having a little bit of a challenge with my computer, and for the last month, we've had problems with my cable company because I live in the Midwest, and one of the biggest problems that we've been having is heat, and excessive heat. And it messes with the cable. I mean, this is what the cable people are saying, so do I believe them or not? I don't know. They're finally fixing all that stuff. I've got some hardware stuff that I need to take care of. And I want to take this full time. So those of you who've been with me since the beginning, I still want you here with me. I want you guys to be with me while we're growing and building the Twitch channel and building the YouTube channel. I think it's going to be really fun, and I can't wait for different stuff. Now, one of the things that I'm thinking very seriously about once we get to a certain point in subscribers is doing a t-shirt drive from Twitch, and pretty much having my own brand name. This is one of the reasons why I did a shout out to a few people in the beginning of the program, is because I went to them and I said, hey, this is what I want to do. And they went and said, they gave me some of their ideas. So for everybody that I had mentioned, thank you very much. Now, this also means that I'm thinking very seriously about getting into Patreon. Also going and saying, hey, Twitch, take a look at me. How close am I getting to you guys going and saying, okay, we'll get you into, we'll sponsor you and get you into subs and stuff like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 2 years, my goal is this. I want to build and build and build, and I want you guys to be there with me. And a lot of you guys are going and saying, well, Dre, we don't see you. You don't have a camera on all the time. Well, there's a reason why I don't have a camera on, because the one that I have is crap. and it doesn't work really well, and it has a problem with the computer that I have. So again, a lot of the different stuff that I need takes money. What takes money is I need to get into making things, doing things that make money. And I'm not going to talk a lot about, different sponsorships and stuff like that until it starts going. I want us all to have a really good time and then go and say, okay, it's time for Patreon. It's time for subs. It's time for this, and bring it in gradually. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like what's going to be going on within the next 2 years. And basically, I'm not really thinking 2 years down the line. I'm thinking, 6 to a year, 6 months to a year, and what we can get going to then. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, listening to everything that I've had to say. And I cannot wait to be in Legion with you guys watching what we're doing. So thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend, because some of you guys are in some really nasty stuff around here in the United States. I mean, violence in the north. We got floods in the south. We got heat in the Midwest. So everybody take a deep breath. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I will see you next week. Emmy, cue the music, sweetheart. We are out of here.